Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No. Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No. Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No. Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? No. Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? No. Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? No. Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? And then when they get caught, they say, "Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?" They're so innocent. Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? It's incredible. And you have people coming up with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? If it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? Big protest. And when they get caught, this is just for my family to allow protest. And then the media says, this is just, they're innocent. They're innocent people. Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?
It's the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter. They were chanting, "Pigs in a blanket," talking about pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?
They were chanting, "Pigs in a blanket," talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?
The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter.
Isn't it wonderful
they were chanting, "Pigs in a blanket," talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, "Pigs in a blanket," talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police.
Isn't it
Pigs in a
wonderful
blanket, fry them like bacon.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?
They were chanting, "Pigs in a blanket," talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?
The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter.
Isn't it wonderful
they were chanting, "Pigs in a blanket," talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? 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 Isn't it wonderful to allow
everybody comes in your grandmother, everybody comes in your grandmother, everybody comes
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? Isn't it wonderful?
I liked beer. I still like beer.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?
But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? 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 Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?
They had a very bad original concept.
Isn't it wonderful to allow
carried out protest? And the cover up
wonderful to allow protest? Isn't it wonderful to allow
bad deal should have never been thought of.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?
Somebody really messed up.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?
Ever.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest?
At the deal standpoint, when they thought about it.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No.
I think he's in big trouble. Not good. Believe me, not good.
In person, in my office in Philadelphia.
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear word.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Can you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
You're a lying dog-faced pony shoulder. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
Hello, users, and welcome to a pre-recorded episodic installation of Above It All. That's right, folks. This is pre-recorded because as of the airing of this episode, this episodic installation, as of this current moment in time, I am stuffed like a motherfucking sardine in a goddamn courtroom during a pandemic in the highest transmission rate county in North Carolina. I am currently, as of this moment in time, as of now, right now, I'm sitting in this room, cold, alone, in fear, because I have a court appearance, and so I cannot make the show live. So what I figured I would do is I would do a pre-tape. So hello, I don't know what people are saying in the chat. If anyone is saying anything, I have no idea because I am not live. So I'm actually not alive. In fact, no, I'm just joking. I'm not even gonna. But anyway, so I will not be doing a show today that is live. So instead I'm doing this pre-recorded show. Depending on the outcome, I mean, I could be in jail. So I mean, this could be the last show you ever see. Who knows? I mean, it's very possible. I would hope it's not very possible, but it's I mean, it's a theoretical, whatever. So anyway, I just got home from the protest yesterday. That is today for me, but yesterday for you. And I'll get into that footage momentarily. But as you can see, my hair is wet. I just took a shower. So if I'm imperfect. This is the world I'm living in. I got a seltzer. All right, so I'm gonna load up some shit. I'm gonna talk about the reconciliation bullshit as well in this show. Now again, I'm recording this 8 p.m. September 29th, so factor that in. But Joe Manchin just released a statement as I got home, so I will be going into that a little bit. I'll be going into that and more in this beautiful special episodic installation. It's a special day. It's a special show. I think this is the first time I've ever done an actual pre-taped, but like in the same format as a live show. My original kind of methodology for Above It All was during a big streaming break for me. I took a while off of streaming. And so when I started this show, I did just individual segments I recorded them with no chat. And there was no intermediate, it wasn't a podcast. It was just individual segments. And then I decided to turn it into an actual live show, I think in September or maybe August of 2020. So I've been doing a live show format for the show for about a year. And that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I didn't make a milestone marker out of it because I'm going to be honest, I forgot. But that's not important right now. Either way, so, I don't know what I'm doing. So the chat's probably making fun of me as of this current moment in time, as they should be. Let's be honest. I mean, they really should be. I'm a cretin. I'm a cryptid. That is also very true. But either way, yesterday was day 162. That is actually today for me, but yesterday for y'all because this is a pre-tape. But yesterday was day 162 of protests in the city of Elizabeth City in the county of Pasquotank County over the police assassination of Andrew Brown Jr. As of the live show version of this, I am in court right now. So, again, I'm pre-taping this, and as a result, I just came home from this demonstration. I took a shower, and so this is fresh in my brain. But either way, yesterday was day 162. We had a lot more people show up yesterday than we have been over the last couple of months. Really, since day 100, people have been... the numbers have not been as heavy as they used to be. But over the last week, I have definitely noticed and am definitely going to say that there is an uptrend. People are coming out again. The weather is getting cool. A lot of people really, from having conversations with people, a lot of people really did not want to be walking so much in the blistering heat. We had several demonstrations where we were out here in over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And it was pretty brutal. So I understand people that didn't want to come out, but it's getting cooler. Things are getting nicer out here, and we did a longer demonstration through downtown Elizabeth City. Yesterday was Wednesday, and every Wednesday what we do is we do a thing called Spendless Wednesday, where everyone in the protest organization, it's not really an organization, but in the movement that participates, that we boycott all businesses in Pasquotank County every Wednesday. So there's a little bit of lore there. But either way, as of this moment in time, as you are watching this in the live show, I am in a courtroom over the charges that I received. I will maybe, depending on the outcome of my appearance, talk about that tomorrow or maybe later on, depending. Again, I don't know. But either way, that's happening as well. There is a big group of people that have been charged by the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department, and I will be in the courtroom as of that moment. So as you can see, this is me. I'm right here in this video. As you can see, I wore one rainbow sock because that's my style. That's how I play. That's how I do it. We did a little bit of a longer demonstration yesterday for sure. We had a lot more people. It was really energetic. We picked up some folks on the way. And it was, again, I'm very, very, very impressed by Elizabeth City. A population of about 18,000 people is able to pull off such a sustained movement, 162 days. And I want to say again, I'm very proud to have been here for every single day of this movement. I've been documenting this, and it really is incredible. And at some point, when I have more time, which also means I should just start doing it because, I have a lot of time. I don't have as much time as I would like, but I definitely want to do more of a solidified, kind of timeline of these protests. I would love to do that, but that's content for the future. But either way, again, we did a very good demonstration yesterday for sure. And we had a bunch of kids, we had a bunch of adults, We had a lot of people, all kinds of people coming out, people that haven't been out in a while, people that, came out. Well, I don't think anyone came out for the first time, but, we had a lot of people that came out, and it was pretty great. It was pretty good to see the community coming together. And so, again, day 162, folks, it's in the books. The books are open. Well, they were open, and then I put this in the book, and then I closed the book. So, day 162, folks. It's incredible. So we'll see how today goes. And we'll see how it goes. Now, again, my timeline for today is I'm going to be in court all day, and then I'm going to have to still protest because I'm not going to skip a day. Oh, I'm in court. I got to skip. Yeah, I'm not doing that. And so, again, I'll have more to say about the court case depending on tomorrow's results. But we'll see how it goes, and I will keep y'all updated. But either way, day 162, folks, we ain't going nowhere. So pretty good stuff. So I'm going to say hello to the chat. Just kidding. Ha! Gotcha. Because I'm not live, actually. This is a pre-tape. That is to say, this is a pre-recorded videographic tape. I actually recorded this on VHS, and I mailed it to whatever. Anyway, so it's a pre-tape, folks. I taped it previously. As you were watching it, this isn't live. You think I'm live? No, I'm not live. Cut. Just kidding. No cuts here. The only cuts are the one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Anyway, so we've got some news here, folks. Again, I don't know how long this show is going to wind up being. I want to hit at least half an hour. But again, I don't know what's happening tomorrow. Well, today. I don't know what's happening today. So I'm commenting on news from yesterday, which is today for me, which is yesterday for you, but for me it's today. And so, as you know, I don't know what's going on today because it's not today yet for me. It's yesterday, but but for me it's today anyway. I hope you've understood my. I'm a little jokester. Some would say I'm a joker. I joke. I'm a japer. I would say in some communities, I am known as a japer for sure. But that's it's a personal thing. But anyway, people have left me some YouTube comments. Daniel Mumford, whose profile picture is a police officer. I wonder if that's him. This is really bizarre. Is this a police officer? What is this? I don't know. This guy said, Trump won, you will see, space ... So, that's crazy. But anyway, so I got some comments, people sending me some comments. Today is September 30th. Well, actually tomorrow, September. I know. September. Yeah, that's me. It's almost like it's 8:30 in the evening, and maybe it's possible. I'm not saying anything. But today is the last day of the month. So if anyone would want to, subscribe to the Patreon, I'm throwing it. I can't control the words that come out of my mouth. I'm just an automaton. I'm just, chemical reactions. This is just, this is the world that we're living in. You're watching the non-streamer. That's not even a stream, and you're watching this shit because what are you even doing? So consider subscribing to the Patreon. If you really want to help me out, feel free to give me on PayPal and Cash App. That would be nice. Got to make that money. It's, the last day of the month. The quarterly earnings reports, my investors are not going to be happy. Let's be real about this. I'm going to be honest with y'all. My investors, I've got many investors. I've got so many investors that, I wish I had that many investors. I actually have no investors because, as evident by the show, I mean, look at this. I'm in my bedroom. There's clothes on the floor. There's a dog right here. Like, not even sure if the dog is alive anymore, but we'll find out later. And anyway... this is one of those epic shows where it's like I'm really fucking high, so I'm just rambling, except this is a pre-tape, so there's no one to riff off of. So this is just improvised purely. But I want to talk about Joe Manchin's statement that was made. There was a statement that was released. It was put out there. It was put into the ether, not to be confused with Ethereum, the cryptocurrency, which I may or may not have multiple of, or maybe fractions of, depending on, I don't know. I might sell my Ethereum between the recording of this video and the posting of this video, or I might buy more. So I don't know how many Ethereum I have, but what I do know is that Joe Manchin released a statement into the ether, and so we're going to read this. Now again, this came out yesterday, which is today for me, so we'll see what happens tomorrow morning, or today morning, right now, as I'm in the courtroom with my cell phone at home, because they don't let you bring cell phones into court. I don't know what's going to be happening, so definitely keep me updated. Post in the chat if something is new. Like, if you know that there's a new update, post it in the chat so everyone else knows that this is some outdated nonsense. But either way, let's get into it. So I want to read this. Every member of Congress has a solemn duty to vote for what they believe is best for the country and the American people, not their party. That's crazy. All right. Respectfully, as I have said for months, I can't support $3.5 trillion more in spending when we already have spent $5.4 trillion since last March. Now, first of all, that is not true. Joe Manchin has said nothing about that for the last few months. In fact, Bernie Sanders and the House left, again, the House left, just throwing that out there, said initially $6 trillion, and the quote unquote moderates said, all right, $1 trillion or something, and then they met in the middle with 3.5. That was what Joe Biden endorsed, President Joe Biden, not to be confused with President Joe Manchin. And Joe Manchin has not personally said anything about what number he wants. So this guy's a dumb motherfucker, and y'all need to understand that. At some point, all of us, regardless of party, must ask the simple question, how much is enough? Actually, there is no such thing as enough, because money is fake. It was made by humans. And it's fake. It's made up. It's numbers in a computer, and it goes burr. It doesn't mean anything. We have more than enough resources on this planet to sustain all humans. But it's really just a matter of distributing resources, right? So, and also in the form of resources, resources are resources. Money, the U.S. currency, trillions, it doesn't matter. It's all fake, right? The amount of $1, like if you look back 30 years from now, you could spend $1 and you'd get a lot more than you could right now. We deal with inflation all the time. There's going to be a supply crisis pretty soon here. And so, it's one of those things where you can just give people money now. You can set things up now, and then that will pay dividends later because money is fake. And so, but that's a whole subject for another time. But either way, we need to discuss what the hell's going on here. Fixing bridges. Would you rather have 80 people die in a bridge collapse or fix the motherfucking bridge? Ask Joe Manchin that question. Would you rather have 40 people die in flooding, surprise flooding from a hurricane? Or would you rather, hurricane proof as much as you can and prevent deaths in the future? Ask Joe Manchin. This really it boils down to life and death. If this bill does not get passed, which it won't, this statement leads me to believe that it won't, but we'll see how today plays out. Is this life and death? People will die if this is not enacted. And I also want to say 3.5 trillion, not enough. And this is over 10 years, by the way. Over 10 years. We need to do 3.5 trillion every month, as far as I'm concerned. Money is fake, but you know what's not fake? The food crisis. You know what's not fake? Water crisis. You know what's not fake? Lead in our water systems. You know what's not fake? The amount of, just money that's wasted on things like the Pentagon. How much, they just passed $1 billion for the Iron Dome or whatever, but whatever, let's keep going. What I have made clear to the president and the Democratic leaders is that spending trillions more on new and expanded government programs when we can't even pay for essential social programs like Social Security and Medicare is the definition of fiscal insanity. But that's the thing. You can pay for Medicare and Social Security. You just choose not to. It's can versus will. Suggesting that spending trillions more will not have an impact on inflation ignores the everyday reality that American families continue to pay an unavoidable inflation tax. Correct. And you know what would counteract that? Giving them more money. Proposing a historic expansion of social programs while ignoring the fact that we are not in a recession and that millions of jobs remain open will only feed a dysfunction that could... what is this guy talking about? Like, again, 80% of people in this guy's state support the Joe Biden agenda. 80%. This guy is governing for the sake of 20% of the people that voted for him. There's something in my eye. I'm sorry. Motherfucker's a clown. Since the beginning of this reconciliation debate, I've been consistent in my belief that any expansion of social programs must be targeted to those in need. Oh, now he's going to talk about means testing. I don't care. In August, I recommended we take a strategic pause to provide more time to develop the right policies, blah, 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 blah. Throughout September, blah, blah, blah. They just increased the military budget, blah, blah, blah. While I'm hopeful that the common ground can be found, it won't be found. Folks, I need y'all to understand this whole thing is a disaster. Until Joe Biden, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and Kamala Harris do something about the filibuster and about Joe Manchin, nothing's going to happen. We're fucked. I'm telling you this right now. The United States of America, at this rate, will not exist in 10 to 20 years. We are fucking ourselves in the ass, and not in the good dick way. I want to be very, very clear about this, as I must be all the time. If we were getting fucked in the ass in the good dick way, I wouldn't mind it. In fact, maybe I'd ask for seconds. But that's not what's happening here. We are getting destroyed. We are getting demolished by people that call themselves senators. They walk around. They go like, oh, yes, I'm the senator. What does that mean? Like, literally, it's like when you're playing Minecraft, you know, and someone just decides, all right, I'm the mayor of our city. What? No, you're not. It's a video game. You're nothing. That's really what the Senate is. The Senate is stupid. Why does the Senate exist? Okay, think about it, right? Most of the senators that exist get voted by like fucking 25% of the country exists, or votes for the majority of the senators. Wyoming has 2 senators. California has 2 senators. Rhode Island has 2 senators. North Dakota has 2 senators. Maine has 2 senators. Virginia has 2 senators. Like, what? Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. Not to mention gerrymandering and not to mention all the other shit. I don't like this whole country is just it's in the shitter, folks. I mean, it's going downhill. But either way, we'll see what happens. It should be entertaining. I'm entertained at this point. I'm going to be honest. I'm sitting back. I got the popcorn and I'm entertained. So we'll see how it goes. But all my homies, they hate Joe Manchin. I don't know what to tell you. All right, folks, I'm going to scroll through some news items. Let's see what's popping. I might cover like one more thing and then I'll peace out. So again, I would like to say thank you all for watching the pre-tape for those of you that are. I know that there's going to be that, like Felix Cornelius yesterday was like, like, go fuck yourself, motherfucker. You're still going to watch it. And if you're not here, fuck you. And, if they show up later and they didn't hear this part, someone tell them I said fuck you. My eyeballs. Out of control. Just looking through Google News. Let's see here. Whoa. All right, this ought to be good, folks. You're going to love this. ABC excludes Obama's criticism of open borders from televised portion of the interview. ABC instead aired portion. What? Okay. ABC instead aired portion. These are just words. Like, is this English? Like, does that... ABC instead aired portion of Obama's border comments on his criticism of Republicans over immigration reform. ABC News left out a remark from former President Barack Obama describing open borders as unsustainable from the televised portion of the interview on ABC's Good Morning America. Immigration is tough. It always has been. On the one hand, I think we are naturally a good people that wants to help others. Yeah, okay. You know what they called Barack Obama? The deporter in chief. Yeah, this motherfucker's a liar. And we see tragedy and hardship in families that are desperately blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Blah, 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 blah. At the same time, we're a nation state. We have borders. The idea that we can just have open borders is something that, as a practical matter, is unsustainable. That doesn't make any sense. We don't have open borders, right? So what? Why are you criticizing open borders when the borders are closed? What? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they edited it out. But either way, it's really, really funny. ABC did air a portion where Obama blamed Republicans for a failure of comprehensive immigration reform. Yeah. So Barack Obama sucks. Let's look at this Newsbusters. Do they have the video here?
Days after the Biden administration cleared 15,000 Haitians from the Del Rio migrant camp, former President Obama defended his VP's handling of the border crisis, passing blame to the GOP.
Comprehensive immigration reform has consistently gotten stuck, partly because we can't get enough Republicans to support it.
But cut from that interview and published only in the online article was President Obama saying, quote, "At the same time, we're a nation state. We have borders. The idea that we can just have open borders is something that, as a practical matter, is unsustainable."
The 44th president also spoke in an interview about the immigration. He said it's time Congress...
Well, I want the clip. I wanted to get that as a sound drop. Anyway, this whole thing, Barack Obama sucks. If you like Obama, I'm sorry, but you fell for the fucking stupid shit. The guy sucks. His fucking presidency sucked. His immigration policy sucked. He didn't need to rely on Republicans. He's a dumbass. Right? They controlled the Congress. They could have did filibuster reform. They could have done something. They could have delivered for Americans. They didn't. Barack Obama's presidency was garbage. And guess what followed? Donald Trump. That's how bad of a president Obama was, that Donald Trump came out after. Right? Again, Barack Obama is trash, folks. He's trash. He deported more people than a lot of other presidents before him. Again, they called him the deporter in chief. And now Joe Biden is set to out-deport Donald Trump. Donald Trump, which ran on, Mexicans are rapists and killers, but some are good people. Yeah, Joe Biden is on pace to out-deport that guy, right? So, there's a lot going on here with these dumb motherfuckers. But who cares? Oh, they edited it. I wish I would have covered this originally a couple days ago, because then I could have double-dipped. But either way, that's really funny. And also, again, anyone who complains about open borders, you're a dumbass. You're a loser. There are no open borders. The borders aren't going to be open. I want open borders. I'm a radical leftist. I'm an anarchist. I'm a communist. I want the borders to be open. But you know what? That's not going to happen anytime soon. Why? Because we live in a fucking goddamn shitty goddamn world right now. Yes, it is a nation. It is a bad one. It is one that is collapsing in real time. And I will probably outlive this motherfucker. Yeah. Fuck Obama. All my homies hate that motherfucker. Well, some of my homies don't, but still got a lot to talk about with them. Let's see. I'm scrolling through Google News here. The fucking Senate parliamentarian. I can't even. Folks, hold the motherfucking phone. Hold the motherfucking phone. Hold the phone. Folks. Oh shit, I think I already covered this one, but it's an update. Alright, folks. Officer motherfucking down. Woman accused of trying to help suspect in deputy's death. I think I covered this one already, the officer down, but I'm going to, double dip on the officer down. Why not? A woman is accused of trying to help a man suspected in the fatal shooting of Florida sheriff's deputy get away. Brianna Toll, 27, drove to Callahan, which is north of Jacksonville, on Tuesday to help Patrick McDowell escape, according to a Nassau County sheriff's officials. Do they have proof? And also, where's the body camera footage? This guy's been dead for a week now. Where the fuck is the body cam? Why was he shot in the face? Clearly something happened that led to him being shot in the face. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm saying what we're all thinking. But a team of law enforcement officers captured McDowell, 35, at a ballpark and used the handcuffs of Deputy Joshua Moore. Oh my god. They used the dumb fuck loser's hand. Oh, isn't that so cute? Moores was shot in the face and back early Friday when he pulled over a vehicle driven by McDowell. The sheriff, Bill Leeper, what a name is that? Bill Leeper said during a news conference, judge on Wednesday morning, $1 million bond, the defendant in particular case, knowing full well that McDowell wanted to be the wanted for the murder and who had been, okay, is there any, while he was, okay, wait, while he's fleeing law enforcement yesterday, okay, McDowell, are there any details at all? Was taken to the hospital after his arrest. Sheriff McDowell did not appear, so... Why was the cop shot? Does anyone know? Let's look at the comments. Just during the discussion. Yo, these comments are good as hell. Whoa, folks. Nassau cops, county cops involved in a bunch of stuff. So I type into Google Nassau County Sheriff's Deputy Florida corruption and watch the avalanche of stuff you get. Lie down with dogs. Get up with fleas, or don't get up at all. Wow, okay. Use the handcuffs of Deputy Joshua Moore. Gotta love how the cops do meaningless little games. Oh my god. Yo, these comments are great. Glad they caught him. Enter. Folks. Oh god, okay. Deputy's death. No, the deputy was murdered. George Floyd died of preventable causes, though if he had not resisted... Oh my god. What the hell? Anyway, again, there's no body camera footage. We don't know why this sheriff's deputy was shot in the face. Again, it seems unlikely to me that someone would get pulled over, the sheriff's deputy would walk up, and then the guy would just shoot them in the face. That seems unlikely. There was probably some form of altercation, and it seems like the sheriff's department of Nassau County, Florida, is covering up the tape, the body camera footage. And if it doesn't exist, my opinion is if there is no body camera and someone is shot in the presence of law enforcement, I think if there's no body camera footage, if you can't show it to me, law enforcement is guilty. Case closed, throw away the key, I don't give a shit. That's my opinion. When you work for the government and the government gives you a gun, you have to actually realize what the fuck you're doing is serious. This isn't just like a couple of kids shooting each other for fun, which of course I don't endorse. I think all guns are stupid, but that's just me. That being said, I support the Second Amendment. But my thing is, what did this guy do? Did he show up? Did he try to kill the person in the car, but wasn't fast enough and the person was armed and defended themselves? We don't know. And until that body camera footage is released, I am going to be letting y'all know an officer is down and I do not care. So there you go. Officer motherfucking down, folks. Alright, so hopefully y'all are enjoying this show. I mean, this is a pre-recorded experience. This is a pre-recorded experience. Maybe I'll start doing this on weekends, huh? Maybe I'll start doing this on weekends. Maybe I'll do this more often. Get some days off, right? Maybe, probably not. I don't know, I like doing the show live every day. It's just, can't do it at this point. Can't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. What on God's green earth, folks? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Just hold the goddamn phone. You might be thinking, oh, why don't you just edit this out? Why would I edit this out? You think I'm going to put extra work in opening up my editing software? Oh, let me cut out the part. No, I'm not going to do that, so hold the goddamn phone. What the hell? Folks, 18-year-old shot by Long Beach school officer is brain dead, family says. The 18-year-old woman shot this week by a Long Beach school safety officer. Safety officer. What? Oh, yeah, no, they're a safety officer. This is like in Pasquotank County, they're calling them peace officers now, folks. Oh, yeah, no, I'm a peace officer. When I shoot you in the fucking head, it's all good because I'm keeping the peace. This shit. As the car she was in drove away, is brain dead and not expected to survive, loved ones said on Wednesday. The father of Mona Rodriguez's 5-month-old child and the father's brother, who were both in the car when Rodriguez was shot, stood alongside civil rights activist Naji Ali to demand justice in Monday's shooting near Millikan High School. Rodriguez is only on life support until all her family members can say their goodbyes. Ali said she's on life support, but Mona is gone. Cell phone video shows the officer opening fire on the sedan as it sped off. Police say Rodriguez is involved in a fight with a 15-year-old girl in the street Monday afternoon in the area of Spring Street and Palo Verde Avenue. Rodriguez was then shot as she left in a car with a 20-year-old man and 16-year-old boy whose possible involvement in the fight authorities are investigating. Crowd Hurry said the officer had warned Rodriguez and the girl he would stop, or rather he would pepper spray them if they didn't stop fighting. But he says they did stop, and the officer made no further warnings before opening fire. So the officer says, I'm going to pepper spray you. That's right. And then pulls out a gun and then shoots the motherfucker. All we did is just got in the car and left. He said he never told us to stop anytime soon, and the way he shot us, it wasn't right. One of the 2 bullets fired in the car struck Rodriguez in the back of her head. There's no excuse. There's no justification. The school safety officer was placed on paid administration leave. Paid vacation. They're chilling, kicking their goddamn feet up, watching Netflix, checking out that new season of Manifest coming soon. What the hell is this shit going on right now? I really... But they're called safety officers, folks. They're called peace officers. They're keeping the peace. Yes, people can be doing things that are wrong. If this person was theoretically beating the shit out of someone for no reason, hypothetically, which not right, that's probably not what happened. You don't shoot people with guns after the situation was de-escalated. Right? The goal of being a police, you maybe chase them, maybe write down their license plate or whatever and follow up, but you don't shoot them and kill them. That's not how, I don't understand what the hell is going on in this world, in this country. Why are we shooting each other with guns? Why are humans fighting each other? What is going on here? Why is the government paying people to murder? You get a paid vacation. That's called an incentive in my book. If I were working at a grocery store, and if I just beat the shit out of a customer and I knew that I could get a paid vacation, I would go ahead and beat the shit out of customers. It's an incentive. Maybe I'm a little burnt out. Maybe I can kill someone, get some time off, and maybe read a book or paint a little bit. Maybe watch some Netflix and then go back to work fully refreshed and then shoot someone else and get another paid vacation. That's what these motherfuckers do. With our tax dollars, they steal and leech our money, and they use it to kill people for fun and for no reason. So this is horrible. Jesus goddamn Christ. ACAB, folks. I don't know what else to tell you. That's all I got. That's it. Anyway, how long has this show been going on? 45 minutes. According to my little timer. I got a timer going on. Let me drink the rest of this seltzer. Again, so as of right now, I'm in the courtroom. Don't know what's going on, so I won't be providing any updates. I might tweet when I get home. I'm not going to be bringing my cell phone at all because I do not trust the sheriff's department to hold on to it. In court, you're not allowed to have cell phones, so either they hold them or you don't bring them. I do not trust them to hold my phone, so I'll be leaving it at home. I will not provide any updates until I get home. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what will happen. You don't know what will happen. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed this program. And, again, feel free to contribute to the Cash Apps or the Patreons or the PayPals. Who knows? I might need some money. I mean, I don't know. Anything could happen. I might need, anything's possible. But either way, I'd like to say thank you all for watching. I'm going to go cook dinner. Goodbye.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No. Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No. Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No.
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No.
No good, really bad for you.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television. Make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear word. A kid coming from a very. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. The record player on it. The record player on it. Play the radio. Play the radio.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
Watch Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine in the membrane. Tim Kaine in the brain.
I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No.
Antifa exists
in person, in my office, in Philadelphia.
And then they have cans of soup. soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. You're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.